In a time when the nation was quietly transitioning through turbulent economic shifts and embracing the modern era, a modest piece of metal was struck with precision in the bustling corridors of a federal mint. The coin in question, a 1971 U.S. nickel, embodied the familiar design that had long graced the pockets and purses of everyday Americans. Its smooth, rounded form and finely etched details spoke of an era steeped in tradition, yet beneath its unassuming exterior lay an unexpected secret. Amid the hum of machinery and the relentless cadence of production, a rare misalignment occurred, a subtle doubling of an intricate engraving that would, in time, alter the coin's destiny. This was not the result of deliberate design, but rather a fleeting mechanical lapse during a period when the mint's processes were under strain from both rising demand and evolving technology. The error, almost imperceptible to the casual observer, hinted at the delicate balance between human precision and mechanical fallibility, a balance that, once disrupted, would echo through the annals of numismatic lore. A dedicated collector, whose life had been quietly interwoven with the history of American coinage, first encountered the anomaly on an otherwise ordinary afternoon. While meticulously cataloging his well-worn collection, a trove of coins that had been gathered over decades, his fingers grazed the familiar surface of the 1971 nickel. At first glance, it appeared to be just another piece of circulating currency, but a closer inspection revealed a faint, ghostly echo within its design. The normally crisp contours of the coin's reverse were marred by a delicate duplication, as if a second impression had been superimposed over the original. A thrill of recognition surged through him. In that moment, he understood that he held in his hand a specimen that defied the conventions of mass production, a mistake rendered rare by its sheer improbability. The subtle extra line, the nearly invisible layering of detail, ignited within him a curiosity that soon blossomed into an obsessive quest for understanding. Driven by an unyielding desire to uncover the truth, the collector embarked on a journey that took him deep into the labyrinthine world of numismatic research. He scoured aging ledgers, delved into dusty archives, and pored over technical manuals that chronicled the minting process. Conversations with seasoned experts and fellow enthusiasts gradually unveiled a story that was as complex as it was unexpected. It emerged that the error was not isolated to a single coin, rather, a small batch of 1971 nickels had slipped past quality control, each bearing its own unique variation of the doubled engraving. The production anomaly was attributed to a momentary misalignment in the stamping process, a confluence of mechanical error and the rush of industrial output that had become commonplace in that era. With every new piece of evidence, the coin's mystique deepened, transforming from a mere curiosity into a symbol of serendipity and the beauty of imperfection. In the early days, the error was dismissed by many as an insignificant blemish, a technical glitch in an otherwise unremarkable series of coins. Yet, as whispers of its existence spread quietly through the tightly knit community of collectors, interest began to mount. At local coin shows and intimate auctions, those in the know would exchange knowing glances and hushed remarks, each acknowledging that this misprint held within it a story that transcended its metal composition. What had once been a common object of everyday commerce was now being re-evaluated as a rare artifact, a tangible reminder that even in a world defined by exacting standards, chance and error could conspire to create something extraordinary. The coin's value, initially tethered to its face worth and intrinsic material, started to climb as the recognition of its rarity spread. Transactions that once involved modest sums gradually gave way to secret bids and discreet exchanges, with each sale reinforcing the coin's reputation as a coveted treasure among collectors. As the collector continued his investigation, he found that the evolution of the coin's worth mirrored the unfolding narrative of its error. In its infancy, the 1971 nickel error was traded quietly among a select group of aficionados, its significance known only to a few dedicated scholars of numismatics. Over time, however, its allure grew exponentially. The very imperfection that had once been seen as a flaw came to be celebrated as a mark of authenticity, a fingerprint of a moment in time when industrial precision faltered just enough to leave an indelible mark on history. Auction records began to reflect a steady increase in value, and the coin's price started to soar, driven by an undercurrent of excitement and the promise of rarity. Each discreet sale, each hushed conversation at a collector's meeting, added another layer of anticipation to its story. It was as though the error had woven itself into the fabric of the coin's identity, imbuing it with an enigmatic power that rendered it both fragile and formidable in the eyes of those who sought the rare and the exceptional. The physical manifestation of the error was as subtle as it was significant. At first glance, the coin's design appeared unaltered, its familiar portrait and motto intact. Yet, a closer, more deliberate inspection revealed that the engraving on the reverse had been inadvertently doubled. In some specimens, the extra impression was so faint that it seemed almost like an afterimage, a whisper of metal that echoed the original lines without overwhelming them. In others, the duplication was more pronounced, creating an intricate interplay of shadows and light that transformed the coin's aesthetic into something otherworldly. This imperfection, this accidental layering, disrupted the coin's otherwise impeccable symmetry and introduced an element of mystery that defied conventional explanation. It was as if the error had infused the nickel with a duality, a juxtaposition of flaw and finesse, that compelled observers to look beyond surface appearances and appreciate the deeper narrative at play. An unforeseen twist in the unfolding saga added yet another dimension to the coin's mystique. During one particularly exhaustive search through obscure auction records and personal correspondences among veteran collectors, it was discovered that one specimen of the error coin had a connection that few could have predicted. This single coin, remarkably well preserved despite its decades of existence, had once been inadvertently included in a private collection belonging to a high-ranking political figure known for his discreet patronage of the arts and historical memorabilia. The coin had been tucked away, unnoticed for years, until it resurfaced in an unexpected manner, discovered hidden within a long-forgotten safety deposit box and later making its way to an auction that sent ripples through the numismatic community. The revelation that this error coin had brushed against the corridors of power lent an additional layer of intrigue and rarity to its story. It was no longer merely an industrial mistake, it had become a silent witness to a confluence of history and chance, a token of a moment when the boundaries between the mundane and the monumental blurred. In the wake of this discovery, the collector found himself reflecting on the broader implications of a misprint that had grown to embody so much more than a mere manufacturing oversight. The 1971 nickel error had evolved into a symbol of unexpected beauty, a reminder that even in the relentless march of progress and precision, there remained space for the accidental and the unpredictable. It challenged the very notion of perfection, inviting collectors and historians alike to reconsider the value of flaws and the stories they tell. Each delicate line and subtle duplication served as a testament to the fact that history is not always a linear narrative of flawless achievement. It is, instead, a tapestry woven from moments of serendipity, human error, and the unpredictable interplay of technology and artistry. As the years passed, the coin's story continued to captivate and inspire, drawing in new generations of collectors who marveled at its delicate imperfections and the rich historical context they embodied. The journey of the error coin became a microcosm of a larger truth, a truth that celebrated the beauty of the unintentional and the extraordinary value that can emerge from a single, unforeseen mistake. In that small, unassuming nickel, the echoes of a bygone era resonated, inviting all who encountered it to appreciate not only the precision of its creation but also the unpredictable magic of its error.